MIC podcast, man, episode 80. Goddamn. 80 of them 80 of these motherfuckers is crazy. Community content. You get it all here, man. And I am here with a mixed media artist, a fire spinner, an all-around dope personality, man. We got Symphony Valencia in the building. What's shaking?
Thank
What's going
you.
on? It's good to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Nah,
Thank
man,
you
nah,
guys. Thank
definitely,
you.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
No, thank you, for taking the time. We're really just gonna dive in, Symphony. Just kick it, chill. So, where are you? Are you originally from Pittsburgh?
Nah.
Oh, okay,
Nah,
word.
I'm actually from California.
Oh,
so,
okay, word. We're
yeah.
in California.
So born over in like San Fernando, Riverside area, grown up like Monterey Bay, a little bit of Berkeley, spent time in San Diego.
damn,
like
alright.
I spent a lot of time traveling around.
Yeah,
moving
so it's
around.
like bouncing around Cali.
Yeah.
Like, how was that for you?
Dude, fucking amazing.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure.
honestly, just I love it. I love California. I love being able to just like wake up any time of the night, just grab my skateboard, start cruising down like the beach, and just like hear the waves. Just like it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I feel comfortable. I'm
Facts.
Just, like I'm like hearing the seals like stop, like lose track of time. You see the sunrise like right across the bay. You could see Santa Cruz, and you're just like, dude, it's just heartwarming. Like, that's what I miss about it.
I've been to Cali just like in my little spurts. I've really only been to like Oakland and parts of San Francisco, and I mean, bro, Cali's dope. Everyone knows, like, everyone wants to go there. Everyone, like, wants to live there at, some point. No winter is a plus. I'm fucking with no winter. Like, the earthquakes, like, that's where, because balance is, definitely a thing, too. The earth shakes a lot out there, and there's fires out there, so you just got to, just be cautious of all elements.
Dude, I know.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as like when I started studying science a little bit more, I'm like,
Yeah.
at any moment. I was
Yeah.
like, at any moment. So, like,
Damn, so the earth don't shake where y'all live? Like, is that okay? Got you. Okay,
no
yeah.
natural like disasters.
I'm gonna have
like,
to open my
what?
options
I
up a
was
little
like,
bit.
Okay. I was
Word.
like, you guys aren't concerned like there might be like a tsunami. Like we got tsunami warnings.
Yeah, no
like, you
coastal
good?
fears over there. Yeah, for real though. All right, so like you spent a majority of your time in Cali. So when did you make the jump over to Pittsburgh?
I made the jump 4 years ago, 2018, on my
Nice.
birthday, actually.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
word.
yeah, on my birthday.
When's your birthday?
October 26th.
Okay, word. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I just hopped on that bus, 3-day bus ride.
Yeah,
all the
so
way out
like
here.
what, like we're like 4 or 5 months out from like I guess like your anniversary of like the 4 years or like 5 years out here, right?
Yeah, like we're a
Yeah.
few months out from it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
damn.
and it's really nice seeing like before I actually decided to move out here, 6 months prior, I came out to a festival, Big Dub. Had the most like heartwarming, like welcoming, like all the people were like so genuine. I felt at home.
What's that festival?
Big Dub.
Yeah,
Big Dub, yeah.
No, what
It's-
is it? It's just
It's
like
a EDM
okay.
festival, dubstep.
Okay.
They have some really cool like drippy music. Like I gotta say, it's been a homie festival of mine that I've always loved to go.
and it's
ahead
out in
hit.
Pittsburgh.
It's out like in 2 hours away, like over by like the Bedford type of area.
Copy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's on. I can't even remember the name.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
facts.
no.
But like that, like festival initially got you like out to the area. Okay, and then
Yeah.
like you were just kind of bonding with people out here.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's like I was like, fuck it, like let's like I want to go out and travel. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've already seen like a lot of the the West Coast. Like I'm from here. There's nothing for me out here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the East Coast. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so I just bought a ticket. My friend had a spot, and I was like, everything aligned.
Yeah.
So like came out here, and like everyone who I've known since that time, like I saw them at like another event probably a month ago, and the dudes were just like, you found your niche. It's so nice to see like you're comfortable, like you have your things going for you, like because they all saw me just like moving out here, like I don't know people. I'm just trying to figure it out. Just like
Yeah.
looking at the
Yeah,
vibe,
right,
dude.
yeah,
I'm
right.
Just, like trying to figure it out. And
Just
now,
hit a vibe, dude. Yeah, yeah.
hey, they're like, we've been keeping up with you. Like we watch you. Like,
Yeah.
you're killing it. And I was like,
Nah, facts.
it's like
Nah, real shit. And like we're kind of similar in that vein. And like I even want to ask you like what was like some of like the initial allure for you, like just like kind of past exploring a different coast, like why Pittsburgh specifically for you?
I just had a feeling.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Like sometimes I just drop the ball and just like decide on a city just
Mm.
out of like a vibe or something that I just
Yeah,
get from it. And I'm like, this is gonna turn out just fine. I
dude.
mean,
Nah, I
I've
feel
gone
that.
to Denver on a whim. I've gone to Seattle on a
Yeah.
whim. Like,
That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. No, no. I mean, yo, like this is crazy because, I mean, people who like have watched the podcast like long standing are probably gonna skip past this part and roll their eyes because like I've probably told this story 80,000 times. But before I moved out here, I was living in Colorado. I was living like in like the suburb of Denver. It was it's called Glendale. Like I don't know if you like are
okay.
familiar like when you went out there.
I've only heard of it like
Okay,
once.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like it literally it's just like a suburb of Denver. But like I was living out there, it was cool. It wasn't, for me ultimately, just like from like a cultural standpoint, it was just like a real outdoorsy, like, like yeah, just like like real outdoorsy hiking, like all that type of shit. I mean, I'm not sure if you could tell, but that wasn't really my cup of tea, you know what I mean? And like, like nothing against that at all. Like it just really wasn't like, like my vibe. And COVID happened, had to move back to Maryland. And then Mike was just like, kind of in my ear, just, giving me like the rundown of like what he wanted to do out here and just like, just, the podcast and just like, just plans he had for, myself and just like, him and just like how he wants to like, incorporate it all. But anyways, like I was kind of stewing over it for like 2-3 months. I was like, nigga, like I just like got laid off. I'm back in my mother's basement. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure if I can make another jump to another state again.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but I was like, like kind of on the fence for like 2-3 months. He's like, bro, just come out here 4 weeks. How you fuck with it? I came out, for the week. And bro, like you said, just like it's like I'm big on energy. It's like big on like just trying to be in tune with myself and make sure like I'm moving just like within my own heart. And this has never happened to me before. Even when like I needed it to, it's never happened before. Like we were out to eat, and like the waiter, like one time it happened at a Dave and Buster's. Dude just came up to us and was just like, "Yeah, yeah, it's on the house." What the fuck? Like, huh?
Oh, what?
Like I was prepared to pay. Like you know what I mean? Like I just want to let you know, like I'm prepared to pay for this. He's like, nah, man, it's on the house. So we're just like, what the hell? And that happened twice when I was out there in the span of a week.
Oh.
That's what I'm
It was
saying.
calling.
Like, yeah, that has never. I'm 26 years old, yo. I've never. Like, I've only seen that shit in movies. So, like that shit has never happened to me before. So I'm just like,
Are you sure?
yeah. So I was like, can I get that in writing? Actually, yeah, just so we don't get stop at the door, just for
Like,
any
it's
confusion. Like,
covered, yeah.
yeah, like, and so like that happened twice in like a week. So I was just like, man, like I didn't want to put too much stock in like, okay, like I got free food, like I'm out here, but like it was just that in conjunction with just like a whole lot of other things. I was just like, man, like I think I'm about to move to Pittsburgh.
It really
Crazy,
it really feel
like and
that.
like I just booked the Airbnb, came out here on a Greyhound, and like it was just up from that.
Like
You
Greyhound.
know,
The Greyhound. How many stories does the Greyhound like?
yo,
you
yo,
have?
if
Like,
the
I gotta
Greyhound
say
could
that.
talk,
I wish.
if the Greyhound could talk, man, like it's how so many people just be like, fuck it, yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking
yo,
full send.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, yo. So I'm like, it's just beautiful to hear that, like you kind of like found your home, like found your your people here. So like, what were like some like the aspects about Pittsburgh that like made it feel home for you, like when you first initially moved out here?
There's this like laid back energy. Like people are like,
Definitely,
there's
yeah.
like people are hungry, but like it's laid back. Like yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna make this bread.
Mhm.
Like we're gonna get this shit. And
Mhm.
I found my niche of people who are like go getters like that.
Yeah.
And that's like what really made me feel comfortable. Like there's a mixing pot. Like there's a lot of opportunities.
Mhm.
Like I'm very opportunistic.
Yeah.
Like and like LA out there, there's some opportunities, but you really gotta.
You
be
don't
at
want
each
those
other's-
LA opportunities. Like you have
Nah.
to sacrifice your family name
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want an opportunity, like an LA opportunity.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it's like everyone wants. It's like what makes you different. It's like what you got.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, fact. Yo, you ever watch Full Alchemist Brotherhood?
Fuck yeah.
Bro, in order to like, you gotta like do that human transmutation shit. You like, you have to at least attempted it to get an LA opportunity. Like that's the opportunity.
You have to have a
It's
good
like
equivalent for that. Like
dead
your
ass.
foot, your 2 feet, like
You
you.
lose your like your arm and your leg as well as your younger brother, and we'll make you famous. And it's just what it is out in LA. Like yeah,
You'll make a name for yourself.
yeah, for real. Nah, like and like I definitely agree with you there. Like just like as far as just like the energy and like the talent out here, yo. It's just like wells of talent. Like you'll
Yeah.
bump into the street with people making their sixth album that like you're surprised hasn't gone like 80 times platinum because like what I mean. But like you probably saw them in like a bar out here or something like that. And like I know that's like kind of like the story of like creatives and just like specifically like artists, but just like creatives as a whole, like for any I guess city or place that's not necessarily like a hub for like like a New York, like like a LA or something like that. Like there's a whole bunch of just like talent without the necessarily like the spotlight or like the platforms to be able to
Yeah.
like like maneuver and like leverage those opportunities and stuff like that. So I definitely agree with you, man. It's just like a whole bunch of go getters, a whole bunch of people that are like willing to grind and like, but like they also have the talent and the work ethic.
Yeah, like I
Mm.
was like, as soon like probably mid bus ride, like I'm like shooting my shot. I was like, all right, let me start promoting for like different music events, different
Damn. So you
like
was
things.
already promoting on the Greyhound.
Oh, dude, on the Greyhound, I secured 10 different job interviews as soon as I got off
Man,
it.
come on, son. Like we just
Dude,
have to like come on, but like that's just what it's about though.
like
Like
I was like, dude, fuck it. I was already going out here. I was like, I don't have any money. I don't have like, I got $200 to my
yeah,
name.
no,
We're gonna
no,
make this work.
yeah, now we're gonna make it shake. No, I feel that, and like even props to you. So like, were you already spinning out in California, or like did you start that out here?
No, like I found that out here. Like
Wow.
I
Okay.
found flow just honestly, like I really gravitated more towards it like during the pandemic. Like
Yeah.
beforehand, I had picked up some poi. I was like kind of into it, like I was enjoying it. But then when the pandemic happened, like I was out at my best friend's house. Me and her were like throwing these kickbacks with some friends, and
Hmm.
like we're spinning just like poi. We're like challenging each other. Like she's also picking up poi, and so now I'm like, oh, okay, girl, like let's
Yeah.
go ahead and get this.
Yeah.
And so like that's how I kind of got into that. From there, it just grew
Hmm.
into picking up a hoop, picking up a staff, like picking up now a dragon staff, having a
Hmm.
rope dart, having palm torches. Like I shot my shot one like maybe 6 to 10 months ago, spinning fire, and it was at a festival I was
Yeah.
performing for. And like the girl's like, you want to just try these out? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you don't need to worry. She's like, you got this.
Hmm.
So we lit them on fire, and she's like, the whole recording. She's like, this is her first time. Can you believe it? She's
Wow.
killing it. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God. I was like, thank you. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
then I fell in love with flow and like object manipulation, like on a deeper level.
Definitely.
Like that fire is just so intense and it's like primal and transformative, and you just like feel it and you could hear the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, I'm making that sound.
Yeah.
Like you also have to be mindful because at any moment it can't hurt you. Like
Right.
it's a real serious thing to be playing with. So like you need to have a spot. You need to have that fire extinguisher. You need to
Hmm.
have a blanket that puts that shit out.
Hmm.
Cause like I've heard horror stories. Like the next thing I want to do is like breathe fire. So like you gotta be careful with
Damn.
that.
Okay. So like you're trying to move on to a fire breathing.
Oh, I'm trying to expand this and like take better care of my bodies,
Hmm.
like with the yoga, with the stretching, making networks with like the circus performance company out here. Like
Hmm.
I'm trying to utilize those resources to expand as a performer, as an artist in that realm.
Yeah.
Because like I really enjoy it and I like putting on a show and a
Definitely.
theatrical, and like I'm also always in the business. Like no matter what I'm doing, like I'm around music.
Hmm.
I'm around performances. Like
Hmm.
I want to be a part of it. Like not just like I don't want to just be in the crowd.
Hmm.
Like it's I've gone away from that. Like
Hmm.
I don't get the same like
Thrill.
I don't get yeah, it's not the
Hmm.
same thrill. Like being a part of like the magic, putting it together.
Hmm.
That's where it's at. That's
Absolutely.
where
And
it's
like
at.
that's where it's really always been for real. Like, but like you called it flow, like like you called it poi. Just for people who may not know what that is, like do you want to like kind of break that down, like speak on that?
So like flow really comes down to like you're like dancing, but you're using this object as an extension of yourself.
Mm.
Like there is no in the box choreography. You're not making up this one, two, three,
Right.
four. you're not doing your 8 step count. Like you're not doing that. Like you're just feeling it. Like
First.
I don't know, as you're a real dancer, you're like, okay, hip, hip,
Yeah,
hip,
right.
hip,
And two, right, shoulder
yeah,
here, boom, boom. Right,
shoulder.
yeah. Yeah, right.
That is flow.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Now you're taking this object poise to like a string and a ball.
Got you. Okay.
Like so you can light that on fire. You have LED.
Okay.
It's it's a solid guy.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
definitely gotten a black eye from him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like the moves, the control people have, like it's also why you call it object manipulation because you're
Right.
taking these objects as an extension of yourself, and you're watching people do like, you know how like people are tutting? Yeah,
Mhm.
imagine that but with like the string, and you're just watching this. Like,
Damn, man,
you're
that's
like,
hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Like I still like feel like I'm a noob at it because
Mhm.
I see some guys and some people just throwing down and making these like these box shapes. And I'm like,
Mhm.
it's a rope, my dude.
How are you doing that? Yeah, for
It's
real.
rope, my dude. Like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
And so like then I got into like hoop. Like some people are like, oh, you're just hula
Mhm.
hooping. Nah.
Nah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, like you could do like it's called on body, so it's
Mhm.
like you could do the hula hoop. You could also do
Yeah,
your
I've
neck,
seen. Yeah,
but
I've seen. Like some work with the hula hoops. Definitely. Mhm.
yeah, like I love that. I'm not an on body hooper, but
Mhm.
there's like this tech to it that I really like. That you also like really play with like the shapes and like you
Yeah.
outline your body with it. So that's really what I've
Damn.
gotten into a lot more with that. The next thing is now rope dart, and I gotta say, it's right now my bad boy is 9 feet long. I
Damn.
am only 5 feet, and having to control that guy has been a challenge.
Yeah.
We're still working together. We're still working
Definitely. No,
together.
no, no, definitely.
Yeah.
So you called, just object manipulation flow for you, just like a transformative experience. Like, what was the first time you felt that? And then even, just as you got into it, got more experience, what was it like just kind of letting other people in on that experience?
Man, that's gonna have to go back to when I was a kid,
Yeah, no,
honestly,
please,
because
yeah.
like I've been dancing since I was a kid.
Hmm.
So like the first time I really felt that transformative like feeling was when I was busting my ass off in kindergarten trying to get into the dance team because you got to be in 3rd grade to be in that.
Hmm.
And like I loved just I sat there in the back just watching and learning the routines.
Hmm.
I wasn't allowed to be there, but I learned those routines, and there was just this another energy that just takes over me when I dance and when I feel that. And like as soon as I hit that, I was like, I am not just me.
Hmm.
Like it was just a bigger extension of me. And so that was the first time I actually really felt that.
Hmm. Wow. Okay.
And so like I've just been searching for that same feeling in everything that I do.
Hmm.
And I've continuously gotten it through all my dances, performing, trying new things. Like now the object flow manipulation, like I don't know where it's gonna go, but
Yeah.
like now it's like now I found that with like yoga. Now I found that with wanting to be part of like the Iron Cities circus.
Hmm.
Like that's my next goal to be a part of them. There's so much to do with it,
Yeah.
and as it as I continue to grow in that, like I change my viewpoints, like
Definitely.
my relationship with my own body, like my relationship with different people
It's an
change.
extension of yourself. Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah, and so like I don't know, it just like it's brought me all the way to here. Like
Yeah.
you see,
Definitely.
like yeah, so just transformative in all that sense.
Have you seen like just maybe people who may not have known like what flow is before, like coming to see you perform, and then like they just kind of like you connect with them, just like in that bubble, like like in your space, like during that time, like.
Definitely, definitely. So like my partner does like sometimes DJs at hip hop shows.
Oh, fire,
You don't really see that at hip hop shows.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I bring out my LED, and then all of a sudden
yeah,
girl,
yeah,
what
yeah,
is
yeah,
this? And
yeah,
I'm like, try it. And I see
yeah.
some people just pick it up and just, they're like, what do we do with it? And I love watching like people just find like, oh, we could do this. Like,
Mhm.
this is so cool. Playing my hoops. Like, I have like 13 of them. And I'll bring almost all of them out if I know I'm going to be at an event for all day and just let someone grab them. Be like, yeah, use the hoops.
Mhm.
Like, go explore. And so it's been really nice seeing that.
Mhm.
Ah, yeah, like
That's
I
hard.
also hold workshops too, like
Okay.
at festivals,
Okay.
just to give people that opportunity. Because honestly, in any different community, you get that insecurity of like I'm not good
Definitely
enough.
right.
Like,
Yeah, like you don't want to make yourself that vulnerable in front of people you may not
yeah,
really know too well.
but like also at the same time, we're humans. Like
Definitely.
I'm vulnerable. Like I know I get insecure about my flow. Like I feel like I'm not doing enough. but I want people to have a safe space
Hmm.
around me with their flow. So like when I have a workshop, it's not just so that way you can learn tricks. No, it's so that way you can make new friends, make a bigger community. Like I'm even making a point in Pittsburgh to have a stronger flow community. Like we've been meeting up almost weekly
Nice.
now, and like if there's like good weather, yeah, everyone starts posting. It's like where are we meeting up? Where are we
Hmm.
gonna go? And it's been the color park so far.
Have you been like spearheading that?
Between me, there's another person, Joe, and Lydia.
Okay.
Yeah, so like there's three different people who have been like spearheading it and like making the initiative to like post today's a nice day. Are we flowing? What's
Mhm.
up? That has been great. That has been so wonderful.
No, that's dope. And like you even like even like earlier in the conversation, you were like, yeah, like I'm setting stuff on fire and like spinning it like you hear the whoosh of the fire. Like, how did you get over like that fear of like danger and like just like I'm literally just flailing a flaming object, just boom, like fuck it.
It's so there's literally times where like I compartmentalize in my head
Hmm.
and I'm like, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So I just gotta get over it
Hmm.
and just go for it. Just
Mm.
fuck it. Just
Hmm.
fuck it. Like the first time I went bungee jumping, I just said fuck it. Like for
Oh, you
someone's
went bungee jumping.
I've gone bungee jumping and skydiving.
Damn.
Like and like I also have a best friend who was like, we both go, fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
How was the skydiving, yo?
I ate my heart.
Yeah, I'm sure that's nuts.
That the video is hidden.
Okay, yeah.
Deeply.
There's no record of that ever happening, but just know it happened.
It happened. Like there's a photo,
Yeah.
but I still want to take that photo down. But like bragging rights.
Yeah, right. No, definitely. Like,
Because I even forget that I went skydiving because like I was scared.
yeah, yo.
Like I was looking over and like man, my best friend goes skydiving for fun.
That's crazy.
Like she has her own back and everything. She's
Yeah.
like, do it with me. That first time, nah, bitch, you're
Yeah,
on your own.
yeah, facts. I'm gonna be at the bottom. Oh yeah. There she go. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Oh my
That's
god. Even like
crazy.
thinking about it, like I still got that. Oh my god. I was sitting up there and like they're taking the video. I paid extra for that video.
Mhm, yeah.
You just see me. And he's like, no, you gotta look. I was like, I don't want to.
I don't want to see my demise. Like I'm seeing, like, and falling from like incredible heights has to be the worst way to go, cause you're just aware the entire time. You're just like, golly, and like it's just like I'm alive, but I know once this shit ends.
But it's also like it also comes down to I gotta trust this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, right? What if his shit start malfunctioning? He starts sweating like, yo, is your pack is working, right? Yeah, cause my
I don't even feel your shit.
yeah,
yo.
cause my string is not tugging the way it usually tugs. Like,
Dude, I've been like, it's also like 1 week afterwards too. Like,
Yeah.
my best friend took her mom. Her
oh
mom,
shit, yeah, no, my mom is not, my mom, yo,
her mom,
yeah,
her mom for 6 months was like, nah. Finally, she's like,
yeah,
yeah, almost broke her ankle.
damn.
I was like, girl,
How'd you almost break her ankle though? Like,
they came down too hard.
damn,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. What you mean? Like, this is supposed to be y'all shit. Like, why am I rolling my ankle right now?
You're
Like,
supposed to be professional.
yeah. I don't know what type of operation y'all got going on right now. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And after that, I was like, that's secured my
Yeah,
opinion.
no,
Like,
definitely.
I was like, I love being on the ground.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no. This terrain is cool. Like, solid earth. Like, I could get
Yeah.
behind that.
I
Like,
was like, the most extreme you have for me is I'll go into the sea. I
Mm.
love swimming in the ocean, deep sea.
hell no,
Oh,
bro. I
yeah.
cannot do
Oh,
that,
my
bro.
God. I would even lay on my back. Just,
Fuck no, bro. Yo, like wide open ocean is in ways a lot more terrifying than skydiving. Like I would like just like getting stranded at sea. Like that's ass, bro. Like you're just all around you just water. Like you're in like a shitty, little raft. Maybe if you survived if the crash went alright for you. Like
I hope you were watching your like Discovery Channel as a
yeah,
kid.
nah,
Like, I
nah,
hope
for
so.
real, yeah.
I
You know what I
lived by
mean?
that.
Dog, man, nah. But so like, I mean, I can definitely imagine just like the skydiving kind of, put fear, just like at least that like initial just kind of like voice in your head. It's like, hey, what if shit don't go right? Like to the back seat for you, like.
It did, but
Yeah.
also like I was like I've also where I really thought about that was on my plane ride.
I was like, yeah.
No, not even for the skydiving. There wasn't even that one. It was like years before I even went skydiving.
Yeah.
Before that was even in mind. Because I was on this like little plane. I came out for the festival to Big Dub.
Okay, word.
And so like, all right, I'm off my like 30 to 50 person, 100 person like plane. And I'm like, okay, where's my next plane? My dude, this thing looked like it was for the crops.
Oh shit. Oh shit. It was supposed to sprinkle some fertilizer, just over that corn, right?
And like they called my flight. And
Did
like,
Amelia Earhart fly this shit? Like, which plane did y'all put me in right now? Like,
they called my flight. I was the only one to stand up.
oh whoa.
So it was just me.
You saw the pilot get up too, like, yo, you ready? Yeah.
The training pilot and the pilot. I was on a train, like there was a trainer, and he opened up the window.
Oh hell
I was like,
no,
"Who are
bro.
you guys to be opening up a window?" I was like,
On a plane.
On a plane. Like, and then it starts raining.
What
and
the
then,
fuck?
Like, it starts like the wind's hitting. And I'm feeling the plane going like this, and I look, and I guess like it's like open like windows. I don't have like a little. It's not like a air like openness.
Which airline is this so I could avoid at all costs? Like,
Dude, it was my transfer flight. I don't.
Yeah, transfer flights. I don't know. That might be a Greyhound bus with rocket fuel in it or
You
some
never
shit.
know what you're gonna get. They just give you whatever.
On the transfer, at least. Like, yeah, the transfers are nuts. Damn, that's crazy though.
And like, then it's like just happening like that, and then I'm like, okay, fine. Like we're kind of going like this. I'm like, is this where I die? I was like, I really thought about it, and I had to look at both of them. I was like, well, you guys are coming down with me. Like, like I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like
Jesus.
I'm gonna be dying in this plane. I was like, what do I have? I was like, my animals, my like, what do I like? My things.
Yeah.
I was like so sad. I was like, well, I looked down. I was like, at least it's a good view.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
At least I have that.
It's a
going
nice
for me.
day, I guess. Like,
Like, the rain's coming down. I hope like
Right, it's
I hope
raining
I don't
and
just
shit,
get
too.
stuck in something because I don't want to get rained. Like, do you know how that'd be the worst?
No,
Like,
ass,
like,
bro, ass.
I think it already gets annoying feeling the rain hit you, but like you're stuck. I can't move. Just
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just definitely. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. So it's like okay, I can definitely get that. So like when you actually like started spinning with the fire, like you just kind of just swallowed that fear and just like fuck it, and you just didn't look back pretty much.
yeah, I didn't let it hold me back.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I love doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. Like I have a community. I have different friends who do this too. Like they're also performers. Like we just challenge each other. Just watching them pick up new props. Like we get to like, what prop you got? Let me try that.
Yeah,
Like, you
facts.
just switch different things, and so like I don't know, having the community really helps you stay in something. It helps you want to do better. It helps you just want to
Definitely.
create a nicer environment and like to
Definitely.
see other like baby spinners like come in like because there's a whole educational process behind it. Like you got to get a safety training. Like if you're gonna perform, you do have to get insured for it.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
there's
okay,
levels
yeah.
too. Like because like even I am not insured right now, but I'm like working with a company.
I
to
wasn't
get
either
insured.
for a little bit. That 26th birthday really was eye opening. From an Obamacare standpoint.
Thank you, Obama.
Yeah. I know, right?
Shout out to me.
Real shit. So when did mixed media come into play for you? Like, when did you start dabbling in that? And for people, for like if that's a new term for people, just kind of speak on what that is.
So like as a mixed media artist, like I do paintings, I do sculptures, graphic design, art, like art as in like dance, flow, object manipulation. Man, I dabble in so many different things.
Yeah.
Like resin art. I've done a little bit of graffiti. Like I've just dipped my toes in all kinds of different things. So like there's no right word to like call me. So that's why I say mixed media artist.
Yeah,
So,
no, I like it. Yeah.
like I do visuals too. Like,
Yeah, right.
Like like I could be forgetting things. Like I've definitely over at therapeutic spaces have forgotten what I do, and like Sydney's like, you remember you do graphics for me? And I was
Yeah.
like, my bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I forget everything. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Like I get I want to try one thing sometime, and I was like, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Maybe I want to do claymation one day, like,
Mm.
like
I
who
fuck with
knows?
claymation.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, right? Little
Yeah,
picture
no,
like
no, no. Like it's a very tedious way of animation, but
yeah,
once it all comes together, like it's
yeah,
dope.
so awesome. Like we even bought some like Legos are also super awesome. Like that's an art form because
Mm.
have you seen the things you create with
Oh,
that?
bro,
Oh my
what?
goodness!
Yeah, the
Like
Millennium Falcon.
oh
What?
wait,
Yeah.
okay, actually, homeboy over there has.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
We still haven't like put it together. That is
No, that's
10,000.
yeah,
That's thousands of
it's
pieces.
crazy.
The arsenal of Legos in our home is great though.
The games are fire. The Lego
Oh
games are crazy. Like,
dude, like that is fire. Like I want
mm,
to go to Legoland. That is it. Oh,
where's that at?
I know back in Cali, but I don't know if anything out here or
Is that like is that like a new thing or like has it always been?
no, it's always been.
Damn,
Like
I'm not hip to Legoland like that. Like that's
oh yeah,
crazy.
no, it's always been at least shoot since I was like I feel like since I was like 15, 12.
Like, cause like it sounds vaguely familiar, but like I just didn't know that like it was like a yeah, like an actual yeah, nah,
Yeah, you
Legoland.
go like there's a convention that comes out here too for
Mhm.
like all the Legos.
Okay.
That I've seen pictures. I still want to go, but the
Mhm.
pictures, dude, the amount of time you have to take to build this 6 foot tall, like fucking object, like
Yeah, it's wild.
talent,
So when did
talent.
like just even graphics specifically like come into play for you? Like when did you start doing that?
Graphics,
Hmm.
graphic design, probably 7 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, very opportunistic. So like there's this program going out in San Diego. They're like,
Mm.
all right, get certified as a graphic design artist. And I was like, yeah, let me go take those classes. Started taking it, started doing some graphics for my restaurant that I worked at. So like for like my boss who's like, yeah, I'm trying to sell my house, trying to show off my art. And I was like, okay, let me just test out my
Hmm.
graphics, build a portfolio like that. So kind of got started doing that. Did it for just to get my certificate, but we
Yeah.
got very close. And we learned lots of skills.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I even still have opportunities to like doing that, doing a little bit of Adobe, just
Okay.
messing around with on my own free time, trying
Okay.
to apply my own art to graphics and like create something. Like it's just something I dabble in. And
Yeah.
so like when I talk to people, they're like, "Can you do this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I see your vision." Like especially if like I have someone who knows what they want
Right.
and is like very clear because clear communication, especially if we're doing a graphics like for a flyer or anything,
Yeah.
really is important because like I
Hmm.
want to capture someone's idea and like
Definitely.
their whole like what they're seeing in their head. So like if I could take what you're telling me and create something, yes, yes. So like being given that opportunity through Sydney for like artist talk and stuff has
Yeah.
been amazing, especially for like what she has going on. So it's like,
It's fire.
oh yeah,
And shout out to Artist Talk, man. Like that shit is incredible. If you know
Philly too
from what I
now.
hear. Yeah, Philly
Yeah.
too. That's huge. You know what I mean? Shout out
Yeah.
to that. Like we gotta respect it. We just have to. Like
Like
like.
I've been there since like day one, seeing her like just at work too, like because we used to work
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah.
she just
Okay.
like on break, just gotta do this, gotta do this.
That's
It's like
hard. And like I was even gonna ask like what was so like was like kind of a graphic design gig some like the first gigs that you got when you were moving out here. Like is that like what you were applying for like on the Greyhound or
no,
okay.
no. So like originally was gonna be doing teacher,
Mm.
like being like a teacher, and then like the school lost funding, so I got
Damn,
cut. I'm
man.
like that's fine, I understand,
Damn,
but
that
like
sucks though. Like,
it sucks, but like in the end, like I got 10 different interviews as a server, as a
mm,
cashier.
mm,
Like I secured 2 jobs the
okay.
next day. Like everything worked out for the way it needed to be.
Mm,
I was making good bank too. Like it was a great spot. Like I also had great friends like who let me crash at their place. Like their family was amazing, very supportive of what I was doing. Really made me feel like family. Like it just worked out. Like
yeah.
graphics wasn't
That's sort of like the first thing that like you just latched onto like when you were
yeah, that
moving out
wasn't
here.
yeah, it wasn't the first thing, but graphics is just something that I do
Yeah,
randomly.
definitely.
Just a random thing. I wouldn't say it's like what I do,
Right.
but I like to do
Yeah,
for certain people
I
sometimes.
feel that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cuz like if I want to
If the collaboration is there, if the energy is there, like yeah, you
yeah,
I feel that.
it's really about that. Like I like doing paintings. Sometimes I do live painting at different
Oh,
events.
that's
Like
hard.
yeah, I've gone
Do you
to
know Bees? Yeah,
wait,
Bees Designs. That's his IG. But yeah, I mean he does. He pretty much does live paint shows too. So and like that was the first time I ever seen that done personally. So like it's just dope to hear that you do the same thing. Like
It's awesome.
yeah,
Like I've had the opportunity to go to Elements Music Festival just because like
mhm.
I did live painting,
Yeah,
and that was awesome.
yeah.
Like,
No, how was that?
oh, dude, it was like being able, like, I don't know, I like carry my art around. I'm like, look at me.
Yeah,
Let me just
true artist, right?
yeah, let me just like go ahead and set up, and like I get to choose where I want to set up. I can set up right there in front of the stage and be like, you can't tell me to move.
Yeah.
Like,
Complementary colors.
yeah, I was like, enjoy.
The blue period.
Enjoy what I have to lay
Yeah.
down. And it's like seeing people too, like when you start from the day and then you go all the way to the night and like you get done with the painting, or
Mhm.
like you go from like having nothing to having like halfway, and you see the people who are like, ooh, what are you doing? And they come back later like, yo, that is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I love, because like I don't know, whenever I do art, I surprise my own self sometimes, because like I'll just start, I was like, I am the creator of this blank page.
That's
I can
hard.
do whatever I want. No one can tell me anything. And I just started drawing, and then I'm like, who left you there? I was like, who drew you?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
dang, like I did that, like I created that,
Mhm.
and it just, I don't know. That freedom, like you can do whatever you want on the
Dog.
page.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just bends my mind in so many different ways.
So even just going off that, right? Because like, I read that you do, graphics for, some music events, right? So individually, right? You got visuals and audio, like separate. They are like, like they have such, they're such powerful mediums on their own, of art, But if you combine the two, you get just a different level of art that like I don't think personally like you that the individual can achieve by itself like
Yeah.
as easily as when you combine them.
Yeah.
So like I just want to know like what that combination of visuals and music or just like audio like means to you, like how does that
So
immerse you in the whole thing of like what you're doing.
I have always loved music. Like music, just how can you not
That's
like?
what I'm
Is
saying,
like
bro.
how can you not love music?
Yeah.
And
So I never got people that are like, yeah, like music's like not my thing. I'm just like what the fuck do you mean
like,
music's not
what
your
do you,
thing?
what do
Like
you
the
silence?
fuck? Yeah, yeah. Like what are you talking about? Like you like to listen to some music, like
Yeah,
like
you like I don't know. Like music needs something. Like you can't just look at a blank wall. Like my dude,
yeah, no, right.
I can't. Like my walls can't be blank. Like
Yeah.
even at my own house, like I don't like blank walls. Like
Facts.
like it's not my thing. So like if I go to an event, I just stare. If I just have to stare at the DJ, like I feel so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. The word, yeah, I feel that.
dude. And so like
Especially
being
when DJ's ass. Especially when it's it's a lot of ass going on, and you got to stare at that.
yeah, like what do you like? What am I supposed to look at? Like set it, like set a vibe.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Facts.
about. Like
Right. Right.
I like a vibe. I like an ambiance. Like so between like doing visuals and lights, like that combo has been so great. Like I honestly got into doing visuals just randomly because like my boyfriend does like is a DJ. So like at one of his events, he's like, "Oh, let's go ahead and just have you do some visuals." I was like, "Ah, I wasn't prepared for this," and but I love it.
Yeah.
And like it's a challenge, and like now we have different events going on. Like we have our monthly that goes on at Squirrel Hill, like Boiling
Okay.
Point. Yeah,
Nice.
shout out to that one because our next one's
Nice.
April 15th.
Nice. Yeah.
And so like that's gonna be amazing. Like I do visuals for that. We have a few different friends who are gonna be performing. It's like a UK takeover. It's like and like our friend is like also like a graphic is like a visual artist, so like being able to do visuals for another visual artist
Mm-hmm.
is just like it challenges me, it gets me a little bit nervous, and I love it. I like taking different loops, creating something new. I'm still working on transferring my art to be the visual. I'm using live feed from like all the people who are like in the crowd or just like
Okay.
recordings of things and like turning that into visuals. So many different options.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
my next thing is to save up for like a microscope that I could take videos of like the different bacteria. Take that.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
hard. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, no,
dude.
I see
Take
the
that.
vision.
Like, you make that fast forward, make that into a fast loop.
Mm.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's
Like, there's
hard.
so many different like bacteria, and like they look so cool.
Yeah, like when like you really zoom, zoom in, and like they're doing their thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like as a visual, that's really dope.
Yep. So like that's like the goal. Like I have, I love it. I love it because like also like last night or yesterday all
Mm.
day I was doing lighting for the Vilala
Mhm.
music festival. So it's like an
Oh, what
Indian.
is that? Like, I've never heard of these festivals. Like,
So like it's a day or two festival that goes on. It's an Indian dance
mhm.
performance. Talks about their culture, brings together. So like you have Eastern and Western culture come together and they
Mhm.
create Vala.
Wow.
That's what it is. And like it was really nice. I spent all day teching, getting all their lights like for each dance performance, like dialed in what color, what was going to set the tone. Then
Mhm.
when it came down to our theatrical play, like I also got down all like the haze had like a little bit of smokiness to accent things, had like the lights set for like different dramatic
Yeah.
scenes, being able to like cut out what I needed to on like that big dramatic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm now getting to theater type of
For
lighting
sure.
and
Yeah.
I really like that because it's like
It's dynamic. Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's like I don't know, like I like having different like as a dancer, I like having that theatrical like my lights to go with what I'm
Absolutely.
performing,
Right.
like
Yeah.
my visuals to go with that. Like so being able to actually have that opportunity to do this with like live people is just a new
It's
element
different.
to
Yeah.
what I
No,
want
no,
to
it's a
do.
different vibe.
Yeah, like doing like lighting for EDM shows is always different.
Mhm.
Like, cause you also have some artists who are like, "Don't do this color." It's like, all right,
Yeah. Right.
what that color do to you? Like,
Yeah.
ouch.
I don't do blues or cool colors.
It was yeah,
Don't even try it,
yeah,
please.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
true. It was like
That's
one person
crazy.
had like, "Don't do blue." The other like the next DJ was like, "Don't do red."
Damn.
And
Okay. All
I was
right.
like,
Word, all right. No
I was like
red.
particular.
Noted. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, that I usually understand like more of like yesterday, like
Mhm.
cultural preference. Like so like there's one scene that was like about marriage and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and set this more in like the purplish royal tone type of thing. Like that seems a little bit more accustomed to that. And like that's what I try and like play my art on, like my
Okay.
different colors. So like I try and find a vibe that fits it and set the
I
ambiance.
feel that.
Yeah. That's
No, no, no.
yeah.
Definitely. No, that's
The next level is honestly connecting my so I have a mini pad for like my visuals.
mhm.
That's connected to my computer. Have those connected. Have that DMX or like have a way to connect that to our lighting program. So that way when we hit one visual, it cues a new light, and
Yeah.
like it's like all in sync. So
Okay.
yeah,
How did you get involved with the what was that event called? The Vala?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So Tech 25, shout out to them.
Oh shit, that's a Tech 25. Oh yeah, shout out to Tech 25,
Oh,
man.
dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know Steven Tron?
I guess so. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
but
through
no,
passing it. Yeah,
he does some work with Tech 25. So, we're always like, hang with him and like, work closely with him. So, shout out to Tech 25, man.
oh
Like
yeah.
they got some dope just programs and like, stuff going on there, man. It's hard.
Yeah, because I'm taking one of their programs right now. So it's a
Yeah.
6 month audio, light, video certification program.
Mhm.
So just because as someone who's already doing lighting,
Yeah, no,
like
that'd be perfect.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to get
yeah,
a deeper
definitely.
understanding. Plus, we have our own company going on, Focal Point Productions, which
Oh, okay.
offers like audio, lights, visuals. And so, like, I don't really cover audio aspects since Eric does.
Yeah,
But if he's not there, I want to be able to like, okay, this is how the system works. This is how I
definitely.
can hook it up. Like, be able to be more hands on with our system rather than just letting it just lie all on his shoulder because this is a partnership.
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna have your back for whatever we need to do. Like, okay, you need to step away. Okay, I could hear something going on in our speakers. Let me go ahead and adjust this while you're
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
Like, he could also come over. He helps on the lights. He's able to do all that.
Being
He's
able to
able,
steer the ship,
yeah,
while he's, I mean, but like really with either of you,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Just like, making sure like the ship stays afloat, even if both of y'all aren't there, to, quite handle everything. So,
Exactly. So like I'm excited about that, taking that opportunity, growing. I'm spending a lot of time just growing and preparing myself as more of a like more technical lighting design, lighting director. I still haven't figured out exactly where I want to go with that, but I'm getting more leaning more towards being able to be the one who designs like a lighting show.
okay, yeah.
And I think I want to eventually do that. It's just going to take a lot of like more training. Like I have some stuff coming up with Smalls to get more hands-on training with their lighting rig. We have our own at home. Thunderbird throws me some like gigs at times too. So like I have different things going in that realm,
Yeah.
and I'm just trying to expand more. So like I might be doing more things for Carnegie Music Hall. So
Hard. Hard.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
tough.
excited about that.
So when did you like, start that company with the two of you guys?
So originally, like, this is his company.
Mm.
I like to just step in a lot of the time because like we're like I like to be a support. Like you can't like someone one person can't just steer the ship.
Sure.
So probably going on focal point is now maybe a year, maybe a year and a half old. I want to say, yeah, yeah, probably a year, year and a half, and honestly, it's been really wonderful watching it grow and just building up the arsenal. Like we redid our one of our living rooms, so like we have two living rooms,
Okay.
and one of the rooms
Subtle flex, you know what I mean?
I
She had to do that to me right here, y'all. It's all good though. Yeah.
I like deals, deals.
Yeah.
I like to bargain,
Yeah,
find great
yeah.
deals. That's how we found. Shout out Hazelwood.
The housing market. Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like so like the smaller one we created more of like an intimate living room. That's where we chill, watch TV.
Definitely.
But the bigger room that you would like put like your dining room in, like we're not gonna sit down and eat at a dining room table, like, like my dude, like
Yeah.
nah. So it's the music room, that
Oh,
music
hard,
room.
hard.
So we have in the corner his office. At one of the walls, like the DJ set up with
Okay.
a cool like tapestry in the back and has like a cool cover for the tapestry. So and then we have like a chair. Ever Dachshund who kicks it there too. Like shout out Cletus, like, the man. And so like that's our music room. Like have like some speakers. We have the basement is full of so many speakers and so many different tools. So it's just really like we have a lot of like a good lighting system. That's what it is. Like every Monday we have a DJ meetup where like different
okay.
friends come over, like whether they know how to DJ, whether they don't, whether they just like doing music, producing, whatever it is. It's just an open space, open time for people to come over, connect, like get a chance to feel how it is on CDJs and like get a feel for that
Right.
scratching. Like, yeah. So I
That's
created
hard.
a nice space for focal point for us to have a space to like, okay, this is where we see ourselves. This is the next goal. This is the next production of level that we want to do. How are we going to get there? What are we going to be doing? Like, how are we going to get those funds? Like, what are we going to be doing? Like, it just staying within the same music, the same industry, but using different revenues
Hell yeah.
to fund our own business.
Nah,
So,
man, y'all sound
yeah.
like a very powerful duo. You know what I mean? Just like over now, like just that's like a real power couple, just there to like help and extend a hand, like when it's needed, but then also just be super supportive of like what y'all have going on individually, but then also like bring it together and like making it just making that marriage of stuff like work, so like that's incredible dope to see, like.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I wish nothing for the best for that. Like I want that to grow and expand past the living room. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
So yo, the Pittsburgh Arts Council newsletter, right? You were featured in that.
Yes.
Congratulations
Yes.
on that. That was fucking dope.
Thank you. Thank
How
you.
does it feel to be like featured in that? And just how did that come about? Did you know that they were going to feature you beforehand or?
Like we had some talks about it. Like I was only asking them about like, hey, do you guys know any like networks of where I could go ahead and like start performing? Like I was like, you guys have different events that happen. Do you know anyone that's actually looking for performers? They're like, well, we don't have anything coming up, but we have a newsletter featuring different women who are doing great things in Pittsburgh, and we want you to send your stuff in. I was like, oh. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I think it was Lisa who was the one who was like told me about it. She's like, just send it over here and we'll go ahead and get you featured as soon as it comes in. I was like, awesome. I don't know. I was so surprised. I feel so honored and honestly so much gratefulness just because like I don't know, how often do you get an opportunity to be featured in different things,
Right.
especially like for such a powerful company, like nonprofit, not even company, nonprofit, Pittsburgh Art Council. They're doing so much, providing so much for artists, all the different grants for like other nonprofits and just making networks, connections. So to be a part of that community, I love it. I'm blessed. Like I couldn't ask for a better newsletter, better feature, especially like I don't know, it was really well written. It was really cute. Like I don't know. I'm just happy and like I was on cloud nine for a whole
I'm
week.
sure, like
I was like featuring. I was like sharing. I was like
yeah.
like,
I'm not sure if you're into reading much, but if you just want to take a peek at this link right here, you might find a surprise. Was that the
yeah.
first article that was written about you?
One of the first, yes.
Okay.
When I was younger in Seattle, I've had something written about me, but I also was doing like mini magazines. Like,
Okay.
so outside of like another thing that I did for a little bit was make mini magazines and just like,
Damn.
yeah, I
That's
just
dope.
got
Like,
into
yeah, you
different
were
things.
just like, creating from the jump. Like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, just any opportunity. Like,
Any
I gotta
outlet, yeah.
say, especially like younger kids, if you're between 17 to 24, there's so many opportunities. There's so many different programs that are free or that will pay you that I suggest just hopping on, whether or not like you're into it or not. Because I didn't know if I was into making magazines, and that I was like, let's just do it. Let's
Facts.
just do it. And like,
Yeah.
I got paid for it. I got featured. I got talked about in like their local newsletter, and I was like, all right, this is cool. This is cool. And
Yeah.
like during like 18 to 24, like I was traveling around, like
That's hard.
bouncing around, like just selling, just putting up like a table just like in front of Comic Con and just selling my art. Like hopefully
Yeah.
I don't get kicked out.
Yeah,
Like
right, yeah.
let me just make this money real quick. I was like art.
Yeah. Yo, I got art for the low, art for the low, art
Art
for
for
the
the
low,
low.
art
What
for
you
the
need?
low.
What you
Yeah,
need?
what you
I
need.
fucking, I even do like
Yeah.
custom things,
Yeah.
guys. Like, and I did like for a
That's
hot
funny.
minute. I had this family coming back to me and like, "Can you make this? Can you
That's
make
dope. Yeah,
this?"
that's
And I
dope
was like,
though.
"Yeah."
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, just give me an idea and I'll totally make that for you." And dude, I was just spending that money on bus tickets, going
Mhm.
out to go ahead and go to new towns, living in
Mhm.
new places. Like I was just traveling,
Yeah.
just living wildly, just selling my art, just bouncing from town to town, state to state.
Mhm.
Because why not?
Nah, no, I definitely feel that. I mean, like, I love everything about like the way you've just lived your life up to this point. Like, no, just because like you've lived like on like the back of just like your own, like this is what I want to do, like, and like we'll just figure it out from there. Like, I'm just like a big proponent of that, and it's just like we're not like, and it's not like you were just like going into stuff blindly and just being like, oh fuck it, like like I don't have a care for my safety or like like you didn't it's not like you were just doing it recklessly. That's the word I'm
Mm,
looking for, recklessly. You know what I mean? But like you were doing it with, a goal in mind, but necessarily like the way to get there wasn't quite mapped out, which and it never really is. You know what I mean? Like
no.
you really have to dig your own road, or just like your footsteps are just going to be the trail for anyone behind you.
Yep. I
You
get a
know?
lot. So a lot of people just tell me I just march to my own beat, and honestly,
Absolutely.
like, why not? Like, I'm just like, who's gonna tell me no? Like, who- okay,
I jumped out of a plane. Like
like, like, what
I
are you
don't know
gonna
what you
tell
want me
me?
to do. I jumped out of a plane and I bungee jumped, and I don't know what the word fear is anymore. It's out
Like,
of my head. Like,
what else am I gonna do? Like, I also like, as soon as like I hit 16, like I was already done with high school by 16.
wow.
Like, I was like, okay. Even my parents, I was like, what do I need from you? I'm already done with high school. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
this is it.
Yeah,
And I
right.
just up and left.
That's
Like,
crazy.
got a job, was started college for a little bit, like making my own money.
Yeah.
Like, who? And straight up, like I
I
was just like,
mean,
who's
real
gonna tell me
shit.
how to like live my life? Like,
No, you were getting it done though early. Like that's
I'm,
crazy.
I was so motivated. I was so done with high school.
Mhm. No, I feel you. I feel you.
I was so over. Like as soon
Yeah. as
as I hit like freshman year, I was like, how do I get out of here fast?
Yeah,
I was
right.
like already plotting. I was like, I need to get out.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the opportunity came,
I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
out of here.
like they
It was
put,
just like Michael Schofield in Prison Break. It's like I'm only in here to get out.
yeah,
For real. Like, yeah.
dude. As
I'm
soon
only
as
in
the
here to get the fuck out of here.
opportunity
Like,
came,
mhm.
like they're like, all right, okay, like you can work at your own pace. I was like, my own pace. I was
Mhm.
like, bet.
Yeah.
I was like, bet. Let me cram a year and a half into 3 months, and
Yeah,
I
right.
did.
Damn.
I did. I only came to school for like what it was like a continuation
So like you
school.
were like you requested for like that expedited curriculum, and like you were just like, just give me
Mm,
everything I need like right now.
like no, honestly, like what it was like. So I kept bouncing around so often
Hmm.
that like finally like they're like, okay, this school is kind of more fit for you,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a continuation school, but you still get your high school diploma. So like
Yeah.
I'm in there, like everyone's working at their own pace. Like you can stay up there for, like till a certain
Three
age,
months you was
and I was
out.
just like, okay. I
I
was
f-
like,
why don't they do that for like? Why isn't that like the system though? Like
right.
I feel like that should be like, if everyone like works at their own pace, like no one's gonna feel like they're left behind or like not like it's
But
gonna like lessen the feeling of insecurity because like I mean you've been in a test, you know what I mean, like you look over, the first person to get up is like done with the test, they're smirking like, you know what I mean? But like
Sit back down,
now,
sir.
yeah, now you feel dumb as fuck. You're just like, like I don't know like where they are, like I don't know where where he's at. I'm still on the first page, but like, yeah, no, that system right there should be widespread, honestly.
My dude, I worked
Yeah.
in teaching like realm as well for a hot minute. Like, cause when I was in college, I was going to go to school to be a teacher. No, because my soul, my heart, like
Couldn't take it.
I'm so like if something's not fair, it doesn't sit well with me, and like I don't have like I will leave something so quick.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, no, yeah. We're
my time,
we're the same in that regard. I'd
like
be out like
my time is so valuable. Like it doesn't matter job, train. Like
yeah.
no, I don't care what
I'm
you are.
out.
I will
Yeah, I'm out.
out.
I'm out.
And so like having to like go to school and trying to learn about like the No Child Left Behind like thing. Oh my goodness, my soul. I was like, no wonder people got screwed over in the educational systems. Like also like why are you gonna go by taxes on different like communities and different like boroughs? Like that's
Hmm.
not fair. I had so many things. I was like, there's so many
A
things
lot
that
of
need to be
gripes.
changed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It just even till this day, like politics in so many realms is just how do I how do I create a change without having to get too invested into the corruption of politics
Hmm.
and just creating like a different safety net. And so like for my own self, I'm still trying to create that. Like I'm in the works of trying to get a community garden over in Hazelwood. Like
That's
I'm
dope.
trying to create different like a little subsection where people to come like hang out. Like what I see for myself in the future with like this community garden is like I want some like an area that's provided. I don't have to pay for it, but like have like an area people community could grow their own garden, have a space where like I hold different meditations, like a yoga, just help people like an art, like an area for people to just be.
Hmm.
like
Yeah. No
like
facts.
like that's what I just want. Like we just want our community to be stronger. How can we do this? Like I want to create something for that without having to get because politics like tried for a little bit. Like one of my friends had created like a little rally thing, and like getting to that, like as I got deeper into, it, I had to take a step away because
You just like your eyes were open and you just couldn't unclose it to see the bullshit. Like,
oh
yeah,
my
I
goodness, the
feel it.
clickiness, like
Yeah.
even like the people who just want to make a name for themselves, like behind doing something good. It's like, excuse me,
Yeah. Right.
don't take someone's like situation to like uplift yourself and make
It's all
yourself look good.
agendas.
Yeah,
It's
and I
all
don't like
agendas. Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
And I'm like not a person for this. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, this isn't for me. And then like I found out someone I had known was like involved and then was telling me that I'm wrong. I'm like,
Oh Jesus.
I was
Yeah.
like, this isn't.
You've
I
been
was like,
swallowed. They got you.
I was like,
They got him.
I was like, dude, I was like, please, I
Yeah.
just don't want to deal with that. So now I'm creating like a nice safe space for other people in different in a different way, like sustainability, peace,
Hmm.
like art. That's what you just put that for a community. That's all they need, like a
Facts.
nice area. Like, because if I would have had that growing up, that would have been wonderful.
Absolutely.
Especially like having something like more common. Like my cousins live over in Inglewood. Like
Hmm.
that would be great to have something like
Yeah,
more.
right. Especially in Inglewood.
like,
Definitely.
I would love to see more of like the art programs.
Yeah, we
More.
need more gardens in Inglewood. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Let's
my
get,
dude,
let's
yes.
get more flowers out in Inglewood, like for real.
Instead of pulling out that gun,
Yeah, yeah,
flowers.
yeah, yeah. I know, right?
Flowers.
Yeah, real
Here's a
shit.
bouquet.
Yeah, yeah. Here's my bouquet.
Got the
Real
daisies,
shit. Five.
dandelions.
All right, yeah. So, coming up on that 5 minute, I'm getting the wrap it up signal, but I do want to, I want you to speak on, like the work you do with Artist Talk. You just, just kind of go into that briefly and like, when that started, your work with Sydney and just, how Artist Talk has, been just, a beneficial platform to you.
It's been so beneficial with just making different networks connections. Like meeting you guys, I wouldn't have done that through without meeting Sydney,
Yeah,
without being a
facts.
part of therapeutic space. It's like the different avenues like that artist talk has just like connected me to. It's opened my eyes to more of like I can also like create my own nonprofit, have like something like a different realm for people and do things for the people, artists, and like I don't and good girl Cindy, like such a great homie. Like
Facts.
you just feel so comfortable and you just feel like anything's possible. And just watching her is just so motivating. And be like, all right, this is the next
Let's
level.
go. Yeah, let's
This is
get
how
it.
we do it. And like that's what it comes down to. The people you surround yourself with really do like make your tribe and
Mm-hmm.
your tribe makes your vibe. Like
Show me
honestly,
your friends, I'll show you your future.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
it,
that's
like if
it's
you have friends
poignant.
who are like go-getters and like trying to grow and elevate themselves, you're going to be in that same realm. Like you're
Hmm.
going to start getting to that same mindset. Now you guys are all trying to go get something and create something. Now you're all like, okay, let's come together. How do we all create something? How do we make something bigger? And then all of a sudden you just have like this whole wave of creativity, this whole wave of like passion just coming and genuine and like genuineness to
Yeah.
create and have something. So
Hmm.
that's that's really what artist talk is like given me more of like a grounding in.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
man. No, no, no. We definitely love that. And again, shout out to Artist Talk, shout out to Sydney, and all the work she's doing. Symphony, thank you so much for taking the time. It was real, real dope speaking with you. Tell people where they can find you on social media. Anything you're involved in, anything y'all got coming up. Honestly, any of his
um
DJ events. Where they can find him. But the floor
all
is
right.
yours.
So where you can find me mostly on social media, Instagram, just type in Soladole, Soladole. From there, there's going to be a link that will send you to every single website like that we have that's connected to me. Our next event, we have something going on April 8th. That's going to be a low key party that I'm going to do spinning fire for. My
Dope.
partner is Hoodwink. He's going to be spinning some tunes. Then we have April 15th. If you come out to Squirrel Hill Sports Bar, it's going to be our monthly. It's going to be Boiling Point. You could go ahead and get tickets for the low of $10 right now, or at the door 15. After that, if you're looking for something to do on 420, the Canna Electric at the Bedford in Bedford, PA, but just look for Canna Electric. We're going to be there doing audio, lights, visuals, spinning fire. We got so much more. Just stay tuned. I have a
Mhm.
website that has all my events coming up, and we got a lot of events. Summer's going to be packed.
Oh
Summer's
hell
going to be
yeah!
packed.
Nah, shout out to
Yeah.
this. Summer 2023 is gonna be crazy.
Hell yeah.
Definitely,
This is
yo.
for you, me. I did that backwards.
All of it,
Yeah, all of
yeah.
us.
Everyone in the vicinity,
Everyone.
yeah. No, no, we're here, yo. Symphony, thank you so much for
Of
coming
course.
through
Thank you for
again, man.
having me.
Episode 80, Mastering Creation Podcast, bro. Community content, you get it all here, man. We're out. Peace.